But today we're jumping into Peaky Blinders, season 4, episode 2. I'm ready to jump right into this, guys. Let's just get into it. Please like the video. Please share the video. Don't forget to always comment down below. Of course, I was gonna give you guys the begging portion of my reaction. Guys, if you want to see this on a full reaction, it will be available for a full reaction on my second and third tier here on the platform that will always help copyright my as well as my other platform, Patreon. So guys, once again, if you want to see this in a full reaction, please join one of those platforms today. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Peaky Blinders and find out exactly what Peaky Blinders has got to give. This is Charlie. Is that his name?
To objects in the fields, sisters dinner deals, burning in a way I'm yearning, tooth for a tooth, and anyway a mercy seed is burning, and I think an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Please, can we get some help here? Leave us now. That's right, keep breathing. No. I don't want fucking kids in here. I want soldiers. I want men who served in here.
Do their job, I'll get soldiers. I'll be back.
You're not playing with Esme. Don't fucking bring her here.
Is it him?
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah. He's on fucking doorstep. I'll get out. And you, out. Fucking job. They're like midwinter. And the home we promised. Can't look at him. Come here, brother. Say it, brother. The black midwinter.
Killer! Drug addicts. Nobody wants to see you and you're showing up here.
That's my turn.
Can you shoot her in the face? Irritating.
No peace for either of you. Ever. A stuff will stay with me. Taking the children on the road. Live with decent people. You'll never know the cursed side of this family.
Bye, girl. You killed John. Bye, girl. Thomas is so cold. He, like, doesn't show emotion.
Tommy, they're gathered.
John is dead. Got badly wounded. They say it's 60-40 in his favour.
Speak to someone. My son live.
Vincente Changretta. His son Luca has come to take revenge. These men will not leave our city until our whole family is dead. That's how it works, an eye for an eye.
It says Luca. When the time comes, we'll put this bullet into his fucking head.
There's been some bad blood between us. Until this business is settled, we stay together. Don't integrate. We know every face. Every man is a soldier in this army. The message to Abraham Gold.
No.
Bullet with a name on it. Help from a bunch of savages.
We're gonna go on the offensive. I've spoken to Moss. Moss is putting out word. Eyes and ears so we can find him. Real or not real, the coppers don't give a fuck about us. Alright? They're here today in this room. We have to agree to end this war between us.
Peace.
You know, of course,
I was never a part of this, but peace.
Peace.
Shut up, Finn.
Why did you mean
Let
to
him have his say.
him?
Finn, sit at the table.
Sending us fucking kids, Sergeant Major. Do men's work.
My son's not here to speak. So I'll speak on behalf of us both. Truce.
For truce and abstention. Let's get on with the war.
Early, hurry up! Here, back!
Dan Tremlin plays in goal for the Blues and Tommy Jackson for the Villa.
Fair enough.
We need more ammunition! More ammunition! The covers to Charlie's done!
I'd like to sit in ducks here if the wops come.
Yeah, well, Tommy said we should do it in the open.
Can't believe John is dead.
The truth is, we died together. Once before. Eddie Thorne, Jeremiah, and John. No bullets left, waiting for the Prussian cavalry to come and to finish us off. Jeremiah said we should sing in the bleak midwinter. The enemy never came. And we all agreed that everything after that was extra.
Well, what did you do with that extra time that he gave you, eh, Thomas?
Questo mostro. Fa la guardia. Lasciami il fumo.
He knows it there.
The men doing the firing are on our side.
Is that Willy Wonka the chocolate factory guy? Because it looks like him.
I'm getting an invitation to Abraham Gold.
Put it out in the open on purpose. You used John's funeral fire as a fucking beacon.
Go to the yard and light the fires.
You set a trap with us as fucking bait! Who's dead?
Our enemies.
We got word to them about the funeral, the where, the when.
Take one of ours. We take two of theirs.
You used your own brother's funeral.
Anyone who wants no more part of this, because this is how it's gonna be. Polly!
You go there, lock the doors. You wait for me.
Key to number 57.
I'm going home to the country.
You will stay here until it's over. Take the fucking key, Linda. They will take you hostage. And the baby. They will use the baby.
The only way any of you Shelbys will leave this place is on a cloud of smoke like John.
Well, you're a Shelby now too, Linda.
Ah, it is kind of crazy. He used his brother's fucking funeral. Sheesh.
Not too far, not too deep, Curly. I need a message to get through.
Okay, Tom.
Go with it.
Great, y'all are sleeping.
On your feet. Doctor said they say you were like a football.
What else did he say?
But you took 4 bullets.
He did?
Anyone was alive.
The bastard, John. Last thing I remember was his face. I watched him go. Where's Tommy?
Don't worry about it, Tom. You just get better.
Where is he?
Made a decision.
Give me a cigarette, Mum.
It's not loud.
It's not so loud.
I decided we're going to get away.
Yeah?
Just me and you. There's no Italians in Australia.
I think there are, Mum.
Bad ones, I mean. The doctor says it'll be 5 weeks, then you'll be up and walking.
Tell him to bring a gun small enough to fit in the chamber pot in case they
I
come.
banned Tommy from coming.
The factories come back to work
Just
tomorrow.
forget the fucking factories.
Is there any word of them going out on
We
strike?
go to Australia.
I'm gonna get better slowly. But you need to get better fast. Without you, he falls apart, and without him, they'll take us all. Promise. I bought that train with you and we'll go to Australia.
I like your yard, Mr. Strong. How much would you take for it?
It's not for sale.
Not for sale. Fire for melting silver, canal to get it away. How much?
Nothing you see here is for sale, Mr. Gold.
Oh, everything is for sale. Everything.
God has been in his family since they settled.
But I've decided to make it part of our deal.
I'm gonna spin a coin for your yard, Charlie.
Going to what?
Happy here takes all of this, with my blessing. And if it's tails, I fuck your daughter, Mr. Gold. Esmeralda is the oldest and also the prettiest. So I'll have here, toss the coin, Mr. Gold. Please don't believe this is a joke. The coin to us is sacred. Yes, Arthur? You toss that coin, you take a bet before witnesses.
The terms of this agreement, wager, are fulfilled.
Toss the coin, Mr. Gold.
Ooh, Mr. Gold!
Tommy Shelby, OBE, no wages today. But with this penny, I will buy a flower to put on your grave when the time comes.
We miss Christmas. Let's have it now.
Put the steel rods up the geese's arster, and then you put those steel rods above the fire. Want that bastard Abraham Gold, putting it around that we live like Diddy guys.
Never thought my high fucking heels from Paris would be stepping through the horse shit.
Temporary, Polly.
Yeah, until hell freezes over.
8 men from New York, 7 from Sicily at £500 each. Of course you can afford it. How many of your factories are in the safe territories?
70%. I need you back, Polly.
Paying whores for sex. Paying killers to kill.
You know, our mother went this way. Spirits and ghosts, tablets, fucking seances!
In the smoke, I realised something. I'm just like you now. You and Arthur. I was dead in that noose. And then I was saved. And you're dead already. You're free. I'll help you because Michael wants me to help you. Get your whores vetted by Lizzie. They'll use your weakness. Mr. Abadama Gold. He wants something other than just money. Ask him what he really wants.
Yeah, him. It's kind of cute.
He's a fine beast, this one.
Nothing you see is for sale, Mr. Shelby. Pub called the Wenlock. We were owed money. Still are.
Other than money and a scrapyard that's clearly not for sale, what is it that you want from me, Mr. Gold? As a certified accountant and also apparently a witch.
Ronnie, take off your shirt. I want you to help my son achieve his ambition.
He's not cute anymore.
What ambition might that be?
I'm looking for Tommy.
He's at Charlie's. Be drunk by now. Or worse.
Intelligence Service in London have sent 7 officers up to Birmingham. Top of that list is Ada Thorne, formerly Shelby, back from New York to organise revolution in Birmingham.
We'll tell them they're wrong.
They will come looking for her.
We'll tell them there's a queue. Everybody wants a Shelby.
He's a military man, no less dangerous than any Italian. You tell Tommy. I think he'll understand.
Oh God, it's this lady.
Hello, Curly. To collect Mr. Shelby's horse. I'm a little early, I think.
Don't use her, Crop. She's very gentle.
I won't.
He's got the Americans after him. He's a bit hard on people.
The Americans?
Yeah, they called him the Mafia. Guns and grenades and Polly's back, so he's going to be okay. Yeah.
Summarize all season so far.
Mr. Shelby, thank God you're back. We've got real trouble. There's a supply from Coventry at 10. The convener of the Boilermakers Union at 11.
Clear the space here, move this car back, and we're on the feet, or open a bell.
Shelby, this place is about to explode.
Or open a bell, Devlin.
Former heavyweight champion, Staffordshire, Warwickshire and Worcestershire.
I work for you, Mr. Shelby. For not enough money. Enough for what?
Someone here wants to fight you. Bonnie Gold, come here, son.
I'm an heavyweight. He's a welterweight at best.
Nevertheless, he wants to fight you. Now come back, Billy. It's just a fight. Queensbury rules.
Good odds on the boy. Even better on the big lad. So pass
Told them in the professional game people want their money's worth. Don't win too fast. But if you've seen enough... It's his dad's strength and his mother's temper.
How's he cut?
But no one's cut him yet, but his skin's thick. 25, bare knuckle, all knockouts. 5 with gloves and pastures, all knockouts.
Mrs. Eden's waiting upstairs.
All right, be there in a minute. Arthur?
There's a what's going on?
Just a bit of sport. Do you want some more tea?
No, what kind of sport?
Sport between men, Mrs. Eden.
Actually, I'm Miss Eden.
Give him to the Irish boys in Digbeth. I can teach him. Yeah, and then what? They promote him. Control when he wins, when he loses.
Going on that, Tom.
Yeah. That's why it'd be good to have the kid around. Hey, man, I'm fucking taking a bullet for you. Can't afford to lose another brother, can I?
Right, we'll do it.
Oh, we need to do a deal about money.
As soon as we can find anyone stupid enough to get in the ring with you. You're a Peaky blinder now, son.
There you go. A lion's share.
I understand you've had a bereavement.
I'm here to talk business. Every man is free to leave.
You cut 5 shillings from the weekly wage.
Said if I did that, you'd bring every man and woman in all my factories out on strike. If so, blow it.
I thought at least we might have a discussion. As I do with other owners. Wages have been cut over the past 12 months. You think because of all that, Nobody will walk out on strike. Cold wind from the east. People are not afraid anymore.
I have it on very good authority that the Bolsheviks couldn't organise a fucking picnic.
It's almost as if you want trouble.
And yes, that would indeed have its benefits. For reasons you could not understand.
Sport between men.
Just blow your fucking whistle, eh?
I did say this would happen.
Who's next?
He's a delegate from the European Council for Trade. But given the circumstances, I could send him away.
Given what circumstances? Send him in.
Mr. Shelby, this is Monsieur Paz from Paris.
And you had trouble. It's good of you to see me. You know Paris?
I left Paris in a cattle truck. They said you were French.
I came here from Paris. That does not mean I'm French. Guess where I'm from?
He knows.
We were American soldiers. We played cards. They sound like you.
Yeah. Did you win?
You didn't come on a train. Your suit is pressed, your shoes are clean. Where'd you get your suits made?
Finacci. Italian. It's my uncle. He makes suits in the basement of Mad Street. So every stitch, stitched with blood. I heard you dress well, Mr. Shelby. But now I see. Not so well as me.
You know, I have uncles as well. I know the sort of men who would work in a basement. Mr. Changretta.
I am surprised how easy it was to get into a room with you.
Right. You think he don't have backup?
And now you should know. During the trouble you had earlier on your factory floor, I sent an accomplice into your office. And overall, he found your gun. Arthur Shelby. Bonnie Gray. Michael Gray. John Shelby. Spent.
Ooh.
Tommy Shelby. None of you will survive. Your level of security is pitiful. I could have killed you when I walked through the door. I want you to be the last. I want you to be alive after your entire family is dead. My mother says that is what hurts you the most. You people have traditions of honor. As do we. Instead of sending you a black hand, I could have had you killed in the night. I don't know why, but I want you to know why. We fight this vendetta with honor.
No civilians, no children.
No police.
Welcome to Birmingham, Mr. Changretta.
Grazie.
Gun is cocked.
That smell. I miss it. I don't know what it is.
And the blood and the gold.
Birmingham, I suppose. Where's John, do you think, Tom? Fuck knows. Well, there was a heaven. No. More like hell for our John. He's just not here anymore.
Searching through the dust up ahead.
But it's like with Grace. Arthur, they're just gone. Just fucking gone.
But I got to...
Well, this episode definitely brought out a lot of emotions. John was dead. I mean, you saw how many times he got shot up. I'm very happy though that we escorted Esme the holy hell out of this show, at least for now. We do not need her or her kids or her messed up hair. So goodbye, Esme. I hope you never come back. There's really no reason for you to come back. So I hope the writers just did not write you back in and you stayed far, far away from us. So moving right along, So who else has a huge crush on Michael? Oh, he is so fine. And then with his shirt off, like he has a body from a god. I wonder what he looks like now. I should start doing that. You know, ADD. ADD, I was about to go Google the actor and find out. You know, something also, like the actors here, they do look a little different, like without all of this. So Michael might not be all that, but in the show, he's sexy. Moving right along. I like Mr. Gold. I find him very interesting. He looks like the guy from Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory, the original one back, like the old school one, the old one. I used to watch that as a kid. So since I saw him, I was like, oh, but I think that guy's dead. So not him. I think that his son is really cute. So they got rid of John, who was also very cute, and they brought another guy, this guy. Also, I have this weird crush on Chinchkarashara, the mafia dude. I have like this weird crush on him. I think I really like the way they make him sound. Clearly, I'm single, and clearly I have a type. Bad Boys. He is the fake tat that's clearly from a permanent marker that they did the cross here. I like the black hand there. I like the way he speaks. He's very dangerous. He's very scary. And then we have, on the other hand, apparently now they're looking for Ada. Like, leave Ada alone. Leave her alone. I need her in the season, please. And now we're gonna have her run for her fucking life because of whatever with this revolution or whatever they were talking about. Her man, her ex-man, her man that's dead. I guess what, are we gonna now start doing this with Ada and thinking that she's part of it as well? Leave Ada alone. God damn it. Excuse my mouth, Lord. Thomas Shelby at the end shooting the guns is kind of similar how we saw John and Arthur just shoot. Was Michael there too? Or was it just John and Arthur? I don't know. Overall, I would give it, like, this episode, it had high points and then it brought me down like at a lower point where it was just like, you know, there. So like it built me up and I felt like I was on like a roller coaster, and then somebody took me off the roller coaster really very nicely, and then I was like left standing like, wait, what's going on? Like, one thing I've noticed, I know that a lot of people love this season, and I obviously am gonna love it, and I loved this episode. But one thing I know from episode 1 and episode 2 is that the high points are so high, and then the low points are just a flat line. So, and I don't know if that's the proper word I should use. Like, I'm not bored, but it definitely takes you off of that climax that you're on and it puts you somewhere else, and it kind of throws me off sometimes. But I definitely know we're only in the second episode. I know by the next episode it's definitely gonna pick up because I think there's only 6 episodes in the season, which that means the next episode is the midpoint. So this is what it is. They're building up this huge story, right? They're building up this huge season, and when we get to the point where it's like no return, it's just gonna go bam, 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 bam. Right now it's the foundation. So I am appreciating the storytelling. I appreciate the writing. I appreciate the acting. Polly and Thomas, when they're together, I start crying. Polly and freaking Michael, when they're together, I start crying. Arthur and Thomas, when they're together, I start crying. Ada doesn't make me cry, but it's just so much. I just love it. I just love it. I love it. I love it. So my vote for the episode would definitely be a 9. I don't think I voted for it. It would be a 9. I think because of the acting and just the cinematography, the writing, the costume, you know, the colors, I just love it. Like there's no way it could be lower than a 9 for me. Although it's still kind of slow at parts, this show really, these actors are phenomenal. My favorite character is Michael. Oh my god, I love him. And he didn't even do shit in this episode, but I just love him. And my next favorite character, I feel like it's gonna be Mr. Gold's son. I really love him. But Thomas and Polly are really bringing. Arthur was killing us with the emotions in this episode. He really was. He was serving, guys. And just because Arthur and there we go. I'm about to start crying. Just because Arthur, you see, cancers weaken emotions come very quickly. But just because Arthur and John were with each other during the whole season, like every season, it's always those two. So just to see Arthur by himself kind of is just like, it's like a gut wrench. You know what I mean? It's like super sad. And honestly, I could talk about Arthur's wife, but I really don't care about her. But honestly, what's really crazy is that this show also reminds us, you could be here one minute and you could be gone the next. This show really is letting you know that. And it's just really sad because the bond between John and Arthur was so strong. Like, obviously all three of them, Arthur, Thomas, and John, but John and Arthur really did have a bond, and it's really sad that John, the character, is no longer here, and John, the actor, was like, yeah, I gotta make more money somewhere else. So he bowed the fuck out. But it was crazy, and also really crazy that Thomas, see, if Arthur was in Thomas's position at that funeral, it would have been a funeral. That's it. But because Thomas is dead inside, like Polly said, when you're dead, you're free. But then she's also said that Arthur's like that. I think Arthur just graduated to the class of I'm dead, because John was his go-to, and he's no longer here. So we got like 3 dead souls inside. And guys, my question that I wanted to ask, thank God I remembered, what the fuck is going on with Finn? Finn has been this way in all the seasons, where it's just like, they just, I don't know, they don't treat him like anything. How the fuck did Michael get in a higher level than Finn, and Finn is the actual brother? Like, what? What is the dealio with Finn? Comment down below. Let me know. I was watching this other platform, and there's that person on there, and they talk like that. They were like, oh, and it's slowly starting to get into me. I won't do it. It's very annoying. It's whining. But anyways, comment down below. Let me know what's going on with Finn. I'm very curious to see what the hell his story is. He's never really even in the show, and when he is on the show, he's so dismissed, and I just want to know why. What is his issue? Why do they treat him like that? But moving right along, I would have gave this episode a 9. I can't wait to see more of this season. Guys, please like the video, please share the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time with more Peaky Blinders. Okay.